A while back, I did a video where I showed you a little booth 101. I have been in an antique booth. I'm in Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall in Lincoln Park, Michigan for about 6 years now, and I've learned a lot. Many of you are writing to me and asking for help because you're interested in getting started in your own booth in an antique mall or a craft mall. So I thought I'd create a new series to help you along the way. Today, we're going to talk about what tools you need. If you have a booth, it's really important that you have a basket or a bag or something that you're going to carry with you every time you go to your booth so you have everything that you need. What you need might surprise you. Having cleaning products is really important because you want to keep the items in your booth looking really nice and clean. A few of the items I like to carry at all times are window cleaner. I prefer the foaming cleaner because it doesn't get all over, and of course you're going to need paper towels with that. I also like a wood cleaner. Right now my favorite is orange cleaner, and I have a rag that I use with that, a dusting cloth. I also carry Lysol wipes and a magic eraser, and I will link all of the items in the description box below. I also keep a little dust broom, and that's just so that I don't have to go get the broom. Most antique malls or craft malls will have brooms and dustpans available for you along with ladders and other items, so you don't have to usually haul all that, but sometimes depending on where you're located in the mall, it's a little easier to have your own stuff for small cleanups. Really important to keep your booth looking nice, neat, and tidy. If you're not already doing it, you really should visit your booth at least once a week for what I call fluffing your booth. While you're doing that, clean the space, make everything look pretty, check prices. I don't know about you, but there's been many times I'm in a rush where I'll put the price tag on, but I'll forget the amount. So do a quick double check while you're in there. That's a good job too. If you have kids that are tagging along while you're at your booth, my daughter is the best at cleaning and organizing and checking for prices. Another thing to carry in your bag of tricks, of course, is price tags. And I have to have an assortment of price tags. I really like to use price tags that I've cut from old pages of a book, and I tie them on with string, but this doesn't work for all of my items. So over the years, I've found I need a variety. I need sticky tags. I need different sizes of sticky tags. A lot of times my price tags I can find at thrift stores fairly inexpensively while I'm looking for other things, and I keep them in my bag. You also want to make sure that you have pins. I'm talking about straight pins for attaching price tags and safety pins. You will need scissors in your bag too, and a variety of writing tools. A pen. You will need a pencil to do price tags inside of books. Normally, I write the price inside the first page along with my booth number. You will also probably need some sort of a permanent marker, and don't forget 2 types of tape. I use blue painter's tape to stick price tags to furniture that has no place for me to tie on my normal tag. I use clear tape because on some items, those price tags, they just don't stick. And so I've found over the years, if you put a little bit of tape over your price tags, they will hold in place. I also have learned that trick and a lot of other tricks by working at the front counter of my antique mall as a cashier. If you have the opportunity and the time, it is amazing how much you can learn by doing that job. So you might want to take advantage of it. Even though you feel, oh, I'm so busy and I don't have the time, I found out what items were selling, how people were pricing things, how they were listing things, and a whole bunch of other good information. You also kind of get some brownie points with the owner of the antique mall, and that can help too. I also carry tons of hooks. Every hook that's pretty much been made for a pegboard I carry, and I have a really good little container that I use to store all of my hooks in so that I can find them. Besides hooks, I have some hooks that I've just found and I think they're used for an end cap display at grocery stores. I'm not really sure, but I'll put the link in the description box below. These work wonderful. S-hooks are also great if you can find them. I got a bunch of mine at an estate sale, and these are like gold because they're really hard to find ones that work this well. I also like curtain or drapery hooks. I have clothespins. I have extra hooks for the backs of pictures. You will be amazed how many times those saw hooks or the D-rings come off of some of the items in your booth, and you need something to replace it quickly so you can keep it in your booth instead of having to drag it home and fix it. Of course, if you're gonna have all of these hooks, you're gonna also need some tools. Over the years, I used to just keep a hammer and a pair of pliers and a screwdriver in my bag, but I've really found it helpful to have this toolkit from IKEA that I now keep in my booth at all times. It has every possible basic tool that you're gonna need, and it's been extremely helpful. A lot of antique malls or craft malls will also have some extra tools or tape measures or items that you might need that they keep up front for the dealers to borrow. Make sure to find out about what they offer and where they're located just in case you forget your box. Another thing I love to carry is the tape measure. Why? Well, I'm not very good at spatial relations. And before I start moving things around my booth, I've learned it's a really good idea to figure out if things are gonna fit before you do all the hauling and unpacking of your booth. I'm really lucky at my antique mall. The square tile on the floor are pretty much about a foot. So a lot of times I don't need the tape measure. I can just count the squares on the floor to figure things out, at least kind of roughly. Another thing that you want to have in your toolbox are pads, felt pads. These really help. I use felt pads of all different sizes so I can stack my furniture on top each other and it will not damage the furniture in any way. Having felt pads gives you not only height in your display, but it also makes your furniture stay really nice and you don't have to worry about scratching. Having some furniture slider pads can be helpful too, especially if you're by yourself and you need to move that piece of furniture. You can put these right underneath, slide your piece without any damage to you or your item. In my bag, I also carry chalk. I am a teacher, and so a lot of my display and merchandising, I use chalkboards a ton. Even drawers that I have some items in, the front is painted and I use it as a chalkboard to label what is inside. So for me, I keep chalk. I keep chalk markers. I keep some sort of a towel so that I can wipe or erase the chalk. And that really helps me with my displays, keeping them fresh and nice. I also keep in my bag of tricks clear furniture wax. A lot of my pieces are painted furniture, and every once in a while, I might need to do a quick little touch-up. Another thing the furniture wax is good for, if you have clear furniture wax, is you can use it to wax the bottom of a drawer that is sticking, or you can even use a candle and the candle wax to help it slide a little bit smoother. Another thing I keep in my bag is I have this one runner that I use in my booth that I swear looks good on anything I put it on. Now, over the years, it's gotten a little stained because I've used it so much, so I no longer put a price tag on it, but I keep it in my bag in case I do a quick redesign or I'm moving things around because something sold and I need to stack some furniture or I need a runner. It's really a good idea to have a few of those extra items handy just in case you need them. And if you can find one that looks good on everything, that is golden. If your booth has electricity, you're going to need plug strips, extension cords, and extra light bulbs just in case. You don't want to have to leave your booth dark. Having a well-lit booth really helps boost sales. Have I forgotten anything? If so, please comment down below so we can all help one another. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you are creating your own toolkit. Now, you can use, like I used, just a bag that I had. You can also use an old toolbox. And if your booth does grow, you might even have a location in your booth. Now I have a spot in my booth that I can keep a lot of the items, and that way I don't have to worry about lugging my container in and out. I hope this video has helped you. If you have more questions about working a booth, owning a booth, or anything booth related, drop them in the comments below and I'll be happy to make more videos. Thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe to my channel to help me continue to help others to salvage, repurpose, and create.